Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about a few things you should take to boot camp and things you should know before you go to boot camp. So, number one, a watch. Any watch, but it has to be all black. I just got like a typical baby G shock watch. Like it's a baby G, like a little small one. Guys get like the bigger ones, the females just wear the small ones. I also got an address book, and then in this address book I just put like words of affirmation, Bible verses, just things like that. And then I obviously wrote phone numbers down, so whenever we had phone calls home, when one person doesn't answer, you have someone else to call. Smart. And also addresses, like legit addresses, because you're gonna forget people's address. Like you just have a lot going on in your head. And I know some of you think that this little book that they give you when you go into depth is not gonna help you. I said the same shit and it didn't get me nowhere not studying this. So legit, learn about everything that's in here. The information that's in here is very important. The second you get to boot camp, it's like literally falling apart. The second you get to boot camp, it's real. It's reality. Like shit's gonna hit the fan. But this definitely does set you up for success. And then I know that some of you might get like an enlistment bonus, but you have to obviously pass your first PRT and you have to pass the first test, like the DEP test. It's like right when you get there in P days. So the DEP test is this start guide. If you learn it, if you study it, you're setting yourself up for success and you're gonna get that bonus. You don't know it, if you don't study it, you're setting yourself up for failure. And I set myself up for failure. I only knew a little bit of rank structure. I didn't know my Seller's Creed. I didn't know anything. I literally went to boot camp chilling. All I did was watch YouTube videos about boot camp and just know as much as I possibly could about the whole boot camp experience. If you do want to know more about boot camp, I do have my boot camp experience video up. And you can also just watch other people's stuff. Everybody has a different experience. And then there's also something called the Making of the Sailor video. And it's literally great. It literally shows you everything about boot camp. It's crazy. Like legit everything. But this start guide is great. I didn't study it and I set myself up for failure. I failed my little DEP test, but it's okay. Also for things you should take, I would say, if you can take like, if you're a female, take like feminine hygiene products, take like a little bit of gel, ponytails, just things like that so you can get settled. And then once you start buying things, you know what to buy, what not to buy, and stuff like that. But when it came to like this address book and this watch, people gifted this to me, and people also gifted me a Bible. It's beautiful. Like they even like got like calligraphy done on it and stuff like that. It's really nice. I have it still. But people always ask you like, what do you need for boot camp? Just be honest and be like, hey, if I can get this, I really need this watch. Like, could you possibly gift me this watch? Because that's what people did to me and I didn't expect it. But, you know, I pretty much got everything I needed for boot camp because of like friends and family. And I obviously still have it. I still use this stuff from time to time. Another thing is like, if you're a female, take your makeup and stuff. So when you do have like your picture done, like the typical Navy picture and like your uniform and stuff, you look good. If you wear glasses, take contacts because you can wear your contacts for the day of graduation. Do not take only contacts to boot camp. You will get those contacts and they will throw them in the trash. You will not be able to see if you don't have glasses because it might take a little bit for them to give you the actual ugly little boot camp glasses. And also, I took like razors, like the razors I liked. I'm very particular with my stuff like that. So I took razors, I took makeup, I took like pads, panty liners. I also took like lotion and stuff, like things like that, like in like travel size bottles, like 3 ounces. But that was like pretty much what I took. Like I had it in like a clear bag. It was really nice too. I still use it. But it was like a little clear bag. I put all my little products inside. And then things that you should know before boot camp would be, don't play around when it comes to like being in depth. Some recruiters do different things, like every depth program, like for recruiting officers, are different. But if your recruiter doesn't really like tell you to study, then take the initiative to study and take the initiative to work out, in the sense of prepping yourself for your run, your push-ups, and your plank. That stuff happens the first week of boot camp. So yeah. And if you do fail, it's okay. You have a second shot. But if you keep on failing, then what they don't tell you is you get sent home. One of the worst things is to be sent home and like leave empty-handed, or not leave fulfilled with like what you set out to be there for. It's kind of heartbreaking. Also, another thing would be just trying to get everything in order before you leave. If you are married, set up a joint account so that your spouse can handle your finances. If you have a parent or something, have them on your account so they can take care of your finances. If you have bills, try to put them on auto pay, just things of that sort. I say this because I see it happen all the time, and then you're like, oh shit, I can't reach out to family, I can't do this, or I don't know if my bill's gonna get paid, and you're stressing about these things while you're in boot camp, and you shouldn't be stressing about them because you already have so much going on in boot camp. Also, I would say to like handle everything you can without like anticipating a time to be back home. In the sense of like, don't expect to be like, oh, I'm gonna be back home in like 3 months and I can do this then. Don't set yourself up for that, because you don't know when you're gonna be back home. That's, that's like a thing that a lot of people don't understand. They don't know when they're gonna be back home, and they tell themselves like, oh, I can just handle this later. But no, just do it then and do it now, and you'll be good. Something else would be pack a bag or like a box of clothes that you would want sent to you in A school. I say this because if you have family going to graduation, they can just take the luggage to you, and then you get it there at graduation, and then you just take it with you to A school. Or if you can't have anyone go to graduation for you, then have them pack up your stuff and send it off to A school. I say this because it's a lot harder for you to be calling home all the time when you're in A school and be like, hey, can you send me this? Or like, let's go through my closet together and then let's pick out the outfits I want, or the things I like jackets or sweatpants or jeans, things of that nature. Set it up before you leave so that it makes that transition a lot easier for you. Also, people say that you cannot get care packages in boot camp. People got care packages all the time. You cannot get anything like candy or food or anything like that, but you can, like, I got more razors sent to me in boot camp. My mom sent me my shampoo, my conditioner. Like, I'm saying this, like, you can get care packages because I got one and I kept all my stuff. Like, mom sent me lotion, she sent me body wash, she sent me a loofah, she sent me like a bunch of things. Like, it wasn't like a crazy big box too, like it was like a small one. I'm surprised she's fit so much. But yeah. And then to take to boot camp along with address book, I would say take stamps and like a bit of cash, like your social security card and your ID. Those things will help you like the first week in your P days, because people are going to ask you for things, and sometimes they need to verify your name if it matches up, social and ID and stuff like that. Just make your life a little bit easier. If you are a military dependent, like a spouse, you will need to take your dependent ID. If you are also a dependent child, I would just take the ID just in case, because you're transferring from being a dependent into the active duty sponsor, like you're converting into active duty. So I don't know why exactly they need the ID, but they do something in like the office over there, like admin team does. I would say also for boot camp, things to know is it's not gonna be like a walk in the park. It's really not, but you're gonna experience that, like hands-on. You're gonna know that for sure. But in regards to anything else, taking anything or just knowing stuff, I think that that's pretty much it. And again, if you like have anything in particular that you'd want to know or have questions on, go ahead and comment down in the comment section, and then I'll get back to you. And then again, I can also have a part 2 to this video. There's a lot of people on YouTube that make all these kinds of videos and stuff, and their experiences or advice might be different than others, but you take what you need from each video and then you apply that to yourself. That's the way to have like an outlook on life. Take what you can from every person and then apply it to yourself. It makes everything a little bit better. But I think that's it for today's video. Go ahead and like and share. Don't forget to click subscribe and stay tuned for more videos.